So?
That means you are against your own book?
No, I am just showing you your ignorance. I'm saying I agreed from you with the beginning. I said yes, he was circumcised by the flesh, born of a Jewish family. He do circumcision. They do circumcision for their children. As simple as that. Now I'm asking you: does the Quran says that Allah is the one who does circumcision to Isa? Yes or no?
No.
So the Quran is lying. Okay, question. In front of everybody, I will give you 10,000 years to show me when did your Prophet Muhammad circumcise?
Yes, he was circumcised.
Can you show me the reference?
I don't have to show you the reference.
Why do you mean you don't have to show me? I don't have to show me. I don't have to talk to you.
Why?
Because you know you're a coward. What do you mean you don't have to show me? Why you don't show me?
You already know. I don't have
No, I do not know. No, I do not know. Muhammad never been circumcised by anyone. Muhammad is a hypocrite. Show me where he been circumcised. As long as circumcision is a must in Islam, why your prophet was not circumcised?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم أجمعين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله لا نبي بعده. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Inshallah, this time we will respond again to a video from Christian friends. The topic this time is talking about circumcision. Here's the video.
Sis, please tell the viewers to subscribe, like, and share.
Alright sis. My friends, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, okay?
Tell us who was the Baba who circumcised your God?
Who is the one who circumcised my God? That's a good question.
Who is that?
I challenge you not to change the topic. Are you willing to promise me you will not change the topic?
No, you know who that was?
No, you tell me. Do you know?
I ask you. You are the Christian.
I don't know. Do you know his name? But I know.
You don't wonder where this little meat is from your God?
Do you know that Allah... Okay, hold on. Have you ever heard of a God himself, he circumcised?
Listen. What's the point that me and you talk alone? I want the audience so I can...
Yeah, the audience are listening. Hey, don't worry. They are listening. Is it true that your God Allah is the one who cut the penis of Muhammad?
Who?
Allah himself is the one who did circumcision to Muhammad.
No, who was the one who circumcised your God?
I'm asking. I'm saying to you, I did not know. You tell me now.
Is it true that your God is circumcised?
Yes, it's true. And?
You also circumcised?
But this is circumcised as a human being.
As a human being? Now
yes, which means he is a nature of a human being. This is why circumcision happened to everybody who is born of a Jew. But God, nobody can circumcise him.
So
now, is it true that your God Allah, he circumcised Muhammad? Same time, isn't it Allah who said that Allah, he circumcised Jesus?
Do you have a switch button he can use?
Why you don't want to answer? Is it true that Allah, he circumcised Jesus?
Do you have a switch button?
Did Allah circumcise Jesus? I'm asking you, what kind of Allah you have? He is the one who circumcised you. So you ask me, who is the one who circumcised my God? The Quran says it is Allah.
It is Allah?
Yes. Chapter 3, verse number 55. Read it.
Where?
Chapter 3, verse number 55.
Chapter 3.
Reclaim. And you can call a friend if you want. You are the one who opened the topic. I hope you will not change it now.
3:55. Okay. Where? Read it for us. And where does it say that God circumcised him?
It says, إذ قال الله يا عيسى إني متوفيك ورافعك إلي ومطهرك. What the tahur? What is a tahur? Tell us. What the word mutahhir mean?
You are the teacher. Tell us.
Okay, mutahhir means circumcised.
Mutahhir.
Mutahhir means circumcised. Do you speak Arabic?
No, I don't speak Arabic.
Okay, it's not my fault. It says if you are ignorant like your God.
Okay, wait. When said Allah or Isa will take you and raise you to myself and purify you. Is this the word? And purify you.
Yeah, purify you. What is purification in Arabic? Mutahhiruka. What is the tahur? Is circumcision.
What tuharnihuka.
Mutahhiruka. He is going to do it to him. Allah will do it to Isa. What Allah will do? He will do tahur. What is how he can do tahur to him?
You know, I can show you that you are lying. You know how?
Show me.
Okay. Go to your own book, Luke chapter 2, verse 23.
Okay.
Okay. Go there.
Okay, you go there. No problem.
No, you show to your audience.
Okay, no problem. What about it? Okay, tell us. Luke 23. Okay, and? And?
What does it say?
You tell me what it says. Tell me. Go ahead. I want everybody to be witness. He is taking what Luke is saying against the Quran. So you don't believe the Quran. And you are saying to me, I'm lying. Which means by saying to you that Allah is the one who circumcised Isa, you said I'm lying, which means the Quran is lying. That's wonderful. Okay, read for us, Luke.
No, that is what you want to believe. That's what.
No, I did not believe that. I said I don't believe Allah. I don't even believe that Allah can even get close to Isa or Jesus. Now you show me. You are the one who said to me, I want to prove to you that you are a liar. The Quran says, you see the Muslim, they give a fast translation, says, I will clear thee. Clear thee, it doesn't say that. It says, mutahhiruka.
Luke chapter 2, verse 21. There is your answer.
Okay, what it says?
Read. Then you can see how you are lying. You are going against your own book.
As you can see in the video, there is a Muslim who debated with Christian Prince about circumcision. So this Muslim asked Christian Prince that who is circumcised the God of Christian Princes. The one referred by the Muslim is Jesus Christ Prophet Isa al-Masih alayhi salam. You can find this in New Testament, Gospel of Luke, chapter number 2, verse number 21. And when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcising of the child, his name was called Jesus. This is the original text in Greek language. This is the English version. And this is the Indonesian language translation. So in that verse, it says very clear that Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa al-Masih salam, was circumcised when he was 8 days old after his birth. The point is, Christian Prince doesn't deny that Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa al-Masih salam, who is his God, was circumcised. But the problem here is that this Christian Princess said that the one who circumcised Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa al-Masih salam, was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he quote Surah Ali Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 55. Let us see if Christian Prince tells the truth or remains as a cheater and a loser like usual, because there has never been honesty in the mood and in the heart of this Miss Universe. إِذْ قَالَ اللَّهُ, when Allah said, Ya Isa, O Jesus, Inni mutawaffika, truly I will hold you, wa rafi'uka ilayya, and lift you up to me, wa mutahhiruka minal ladhina kafaru, and purify you from the unbelievers. Christian Prince claimed that the word mutahhiru, purify, means circumcision. That's why Christian Prince said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself who circumcised Jesus Christ Prophet Isa al-Masih alayhi salam. I agree with Christian Prince that the word mutahhiru comes from Arabic vocabulary tahir or tatohur. This is also the same vocabulary in Hebrew language taher, which in Indonesian language meaning suci or bersih. You should know that Arabic language is very similar with Hebrew language in terms of vocabulary. Even the way to read, it's the same. If alphabetical writing is read from left to right, then it's different with Hebrew language and Arabic language, which is read from right to left. The problem is because Christian Prince said that mutahhiru means circumcision. Is it true that this mutahhiru means circumcision in Arabic language and Hebrew language? Let us test it and let us see who is the big liar where only the Dajjal alone who can compete how big of this person's lies. The word circumcision in Arabic language is khitan. As for circumcision or this khitan is the part of mutahhiru, is the part of purify, is the part of cleaning. So this khitan or circumcision is sure to be the part of purify and cleaning, whereas mutahhiru, purify or cleaning, uncertain khitan or circumcision, because there are so many kinds of purify and cleaning in the religion of Islam, such as wudu, tayammum, and mandatory bath. Remember, wudu, tayammum, and mandatory bath is the part of purification in the religion of Islam, is the part of mutahhiru, which is in Arabic language is called toharoh. But there has never been an Arabian who said that wudu, tayammum, and mandatory bath are khitan or circumcision because they know that this is not true. Let us please Christian Prince by pretending to accept his words that mutahhiru means circumcision. We will test it by substituting the word mutahhiru into the Quran, which is in Arabic language, and into the Old Testament of the Christian Bible, which is in Hebrew language. Let us just follow Christian Prince's game, where he said that the one who circumcised Jesus Christ Prophet Isa al-Masih alayhi salam was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is Surah Ali Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 55, which quote by Christian Prince earlier. Don't forget that the word mutahhiru means circumcision according to Christian Prince. Therefore, if mutahhiru did mean circumcision, then the translation of the verse would be like this. إِذْ قَالَ اللَّهُ, when Allah said, Ya Isa, O Jesus, inni mutawaffika, truly I will hold you, wa rafi'uka ilayya, and lift you up to me, wa mutahhiruka minal ladhina kafaru, and circumcise you from the unbelievers. You seen it? It's only at the beginning alone that we've get busted someone again. It means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala circumcised Jesus Christ Prophet Isa al-Masih alayhi salam, the God of Christian Princes and the Christians before the unbelievers did it. You see that the verse mentions mutahhiruka minal ladhina kafaru, circumcise you from the unbelievers. So Christian Prince and the Christians should be grateful because their God wasn't circumcised by the unbelievers. If the God of Christian Prince and the Christians was circumcised by the unbelievers, who knows how many millimeters would be left?
What the hell?
What's wrong with you, Christian Prince? Say thanks to the Quran.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you are welcome. Now, let us look at the verses from the Bible which mention the word taher, which means the same as tahir, tatohur, or mutahhiru in Arabic language. Watch carefully. The word and pronunciation is almost the same. Taher, tahir, tatohur, mutahhiru. In Arabic language, it's called tahir, while in Hebrew language, it's called taher. Both have the same meaning, which is clean or purified. This is Old Testament, book of Leviticus, chapter number 14, verse number 1 to 7, which is the topic of our discussion in the previous video. Verse number 1 says, The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, the second verse, This shall be the law of the leper in the day of his cleansing. Then look at the fourth verse, Then shall the priest command to take for him that is to be cleansed 2 birds alive and clean, and cedar wood and scarlet and hyssop. Then the second verse, And he shall sprinkle upon him that is to be cleansed from the leprosy 7 times, and shall pronounce him clean. Watch in the King James Version. In the English language Bible, there are words cleansing, clean, cleansed. This is the original text of the Old Testament in Hebrew language. This is the English version. This is the Indonesian language translation. Okay, now look at the verses number 2, number 4, and number 7. Let us still follow Christian Prince game that the word taher in Hebrew language or tahir in Arabic language, it means circumcision. This is the Hebrew text. You can see the word taher and the vocabulary development. So, as long as you believe the liar named Christy Princess that the word taher or tahir means circumcision, then it means that you are as crazy as he is. This is Old Testament, Book of Leviticus, chapter number 14, verse number 2, 4, and 7, if indeed the word taher or tahir means circumcision. The second verse, this shall be the law of the leper in the day of his circumcising. Oh no. Then the fourth verse, then shall the priest command to take for him that is to be circumcised 2 birds alive and circumcised. Unbelievable. And cedar wood and scarlet and hyssop. And the 7th verse, and he shall sprinkle upon him that is to be circumcised from the leprosy 7 times, and shall pronounce him circumcised. Now let us analyze. So the second verse states that the people who are affected by the plague must be circumcised. Astaghfirullahaladzim, astaghfirullah wa atubu ilaih. Can you imagine that? He already suffering from a disease, now even his own skin wants to be cut also. This is really the teaching of love in Christianity.
Thank you very much.
Then at the 4th verse, it says that there are birds that are circumcised. La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. You believe it? You remember Old Testament Book of Leviticus chapter number 11 verse number 20? The birds with 4 legs and creeping along, we can handle it, especially the birds are circumcised.
No answer. Zero answer.
And the 7th verse confirms that the person who is declared circumcised is the person who has been sprinkled with blood 7 times. What kind of stupidity is this, man?
What the heck?
That's the result if someone carelessly translates vocabulary. You see for yourself that even in Old Testament Book of Leviticus chapter number 14 verse number 2, 4, and 7 in Hebrew language alone, the word taher can be interpreted as circumcision. Christy Princess feels very proudly that he has crushing the religion of Islam and elevating his Christianity, but in fact he is only humiliating himself and his religion. Moreover, Christian Princess even dared to change the original meaning of his own Bible so it looked very embarrassing. Shame on you. So you, the Christians, please determine your position, whether you still want to follow Christian Prince, the liar, or not. That was just the first video about circumcision, but I deliberately split it so that we will discuss it one by one. Now let us see the second session of the video. This is more interesting.
You know you are against your own.
Why I am funny? You tell me.
It's when he was 8 days old, it was time to circumcise the child.
Okay.
So after the 8th day, your book is saying after the 8th day, he was circumcised.
And so?
That means you are against your own book.
No, I am just showing you your ignorance. I'm saying I agreed from you with the beginning. I said yes, he was circumcised by the flesh, born of a Jewish family. He do circumcision. They do circumcision for their children. As simple as that. Now I'm asking you, does the Quran say that Allah is the one who does circumcision to Isa? Yes or no?
No.
So the Quran is lying. Okay, question. In front of everybody, I will give you 10,000 years to show me when did your Prophet Muhammad circumcise?
Yes, he was circumcised.
Can you show me the reference?
I don't have to show you the reference.
Why you don't mean you don't have to show me? I don't have to show me. I don't have to talk to you.
Why?
Because you know you're a coward. What do you mean you don't have to show me? Why you don't show me?
You already know. I don't have.
No, I do not know. No, I do not know. Muhammad never been circumcised by anyone. Muhammad is a hypocrite. Show me where he been circumcised. As long as circumcision is a must in Islam, why your prophet was not circumcised? What?
You know that he was circumcised.
Okay, show me. I know, guys. I know. No, I do not know. He never happened. I say myself. I say in front of everybody. As I know, Muhammad never gets circumcised. Show me. Go ahead. Silence me. Show me.
I don't have to show you.
No, then shut up. Don't call me again. Either you show me, you are the one who opened the topic, we have to finish it. Jesus, as a person born of a Jewish family, he got circumcision when he's a child, and you show me the reference. Okay, no problem. I'm asking you, can you show me equal reference about Muhammad being circumcised? I showed you that Allah has circumcised Jesus according to the Quran. Now, I want you to show me where Allah, where in the hadith, where in the stories of Muhammad being circumcised. Otherwise, Muhammad is a najis. Because circumcision is a must in Islam. Why? Because this is tahara.
He followed the prophets. Because the prophet did it, he has done it.
Okay, no problem. What is the prophet did it? Show me.
He followed the teaching of Abraham.
Where is the prophet? He did it. Show me.
You can read that.
Where? Show me. Don't tell me we can read. Tell me where? Stop playing games. Where we can find that this has happened.
Listen, you can read that the prophet.
I can read where. Stop repeating yourself. You know, everybody is laughing at you. You are like the chromosome now, Mr. Chromosome. Where we can find that your prophet did circumcision. Your prophet, he claimed that he is following the steps of the Jews. He do circumcision. So, Jesus is born of a Jewish family, and you are the one who mentioned to us and quote the verses from the Bible. Thank you very much. Can you show me where your prophet did the same exactly as Isa? If Isa was a Muslim, Muhammad was a Muslim, why Isa do circumcision, Muhammad he don't?
Who say he don't?
Don't show me then.
Do I have to search for the hadith?
Yes, you have to. Why not?
Why? You are a pro to find hadiths. You can.
No, because I could not find it. Here we go. I give up. You tell me. You are the Muslim. I'm not a Abdul.
This is your lifestyle. You only find hadith.
My friend, no, I cannot find this hadith. There's no such a thing. I never heard of it. Show me, prove me wrong. I want to see your prophet at the age of 40, somebody holding his penis and cutting it off. Show me the hadith.
Yeah, I can show you.
Okay.
Okay, but you have to understand one thing, okay? One thing you have to understand.
All right.
That everything the Prophet Abraham did and everything what Angel Jibril said was an inspiration, and he followed everything that Prophet Abraham did.
No problem. Let us finish first. Let us finish first. Who is the man who cut the penis of Muhammad at the age of 40 or after that? Let's see who is that. Give me the reference.
I will show you.
I'm not going to hold you for 10 hours. I will give you 10,000 years to show me the reference.
You have seen the video that the Muslim who debated Christian Prince earlier was still adamant about the circumcision of Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa al-Masih alayhi salam. Then Christian Prince said that from the beginning he agreed that Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa al-Masih alayhi salam, who is his God, was circumcised because he was born into a Jewish family. So in this case, Christian Princess is saying that all the Jews circumcised their children. Alright. Let us look at the Bible. That is it true that only the Jews who are circumcised or not? But first, let us talk about the Jews briefly. Whether the Muslims, the Christians, and the adherents of the other religion, there are many misunderstandings about the Jews. We start from Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, had several children. The most famous of them are Ismail, Prophet Ismail alayhi salam, and Isaac, Prophet Ishaq alayhi salam. You should know that the religion of Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, all of them know names like Adam, Prophet Adam alayhi salam, Noah, Prophet Noah alayhi salam, Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, Moses, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, etc. The difference is only in their stories, which are later, inshallah, we will make separate material about it. So Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, had descendants named Ismail, Prophet Ismail alayhi salam, and Isaac, Prophet Ishaq alayhi salam. Then Ismail, Prophet Ismail alayhi salam, is believed by the experts to be the ancestor of the Arabians. As for Isaac, Prophet Isaac alayhi salam has two sons. The eldest is named Esau, and his younger brother is named Jacob, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam. This Jacob, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, who will later have the title Israel in the Hebrew language or Israel in the Arabic language version. Then Israel or Jacob, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, has 12 sons. These 12 sons of him are called the first Bani Israel. Bani means children or descendant. That's why they are called as the children of Israel or Bani Israel. The 12 sons of Israel or Jacob, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, were named 1 Reuben, 2 Simon, 3 Levi, 4 Judah, 5 Dan, 6 Naphtali, 7 Gad, 8 Asher, 9 Issachar, 10 Zebulun, 11 Benjamin, and 12 Joseph. From these 12, the children of Israel, only one person would later become a prophet and messenger. He is Joseph, Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. Then the 12th son of Israel or Jacob, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, finally married and produced offspring. That's all of them who called as the children of Israel, who is the children and grandchildren or descendants of Israel, Jacob, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam. The names of the 12 sons of Israel or Jacob, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, were used as the names of a tribe. For example, Simon has descendants. Then Simon is the ancestor of the tribe of Simon. It's same with his 11 other brothers. So the children of Israel is the name of a nation, while the tribes are divided into 12 tribes. It's the same with the nation name of Indonesia, but the tribes are very numerous, like the Javanese, the Munanese, etc. Look that Israel, Jacob, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, had a son named Judah. The descendants of this Judah will later be called too as the Jews. The descendants of Judah will also build a new kingdom known as the Kingdom of Judah. David, Prophet Daud alayhi salam, Solomon, Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, and Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, are the descendants of Judah. That's why they are called as the Jews. As for the two brothers, Moses, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and Aaron, Prophet Harun alayhi salam, are the descendants of Levi, the brother of Judah. In the beginning, the Jew was just a tribe and a kingdom, but over time, this Jew eventually became a religion. That's why there are many misconceptions that the prophets and messengers, including Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, were the adherents of the Jewish religion or Judaism. Then after the arrival of Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, he is considered to have made religion reforms that tend to lead to a revolutionary movement that he is considered as the establisher of Christianity. So in the beginning, Judaism and Christianity is one, or rather, Christianity is part of Judaism. But the difference between both of them was because the Jews rejected Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam. Let alone accept Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, as God or Son of God, even to become a prophet alone, the Jews will say no with 1,000 exclamation marks behind it, plus with angry emoticon. All of it just to show how much the Jews hate Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, because he is accused of having changed the teachings of Judaism a lot. Besides that, the Jews also don't agree that their Savior is weak, because Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, is weak in the view of the Jews. You can see for yourself. The proof is that they are the masterminds who made Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, tortured in the Bible. They are also the cause Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, bombarded until ended up on the cross according to the Christians. As for the Christians, they claim that Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, is not only the Son of God, but he is also recognized as God, prophet, and teacher at the same time. How crazy is this? That's why the Christians have two parts of the Bible, which is the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament is the stories that happened long before the time of Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, was born, while the New Testament is set in the era of Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, and the times after. The Old Testament is the scripture of Judaism, but the Jews call it by a different name, which is the Tanakh. As for the part of the New Testament, is absolutely rejected by the Jews. Now, let us return to Christian Prince's statement that Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, was circumcised because he was a Jew. Here we have a big problem. If it means that Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, was a Jew because he was a descendant of Judah, then it's not a problem, because he is indeed a descendant of Judah. But the problem here is if what Christian Prince means is that Jesus Christ Prophet Isa Salam is the adherents of the Jewish religion or Judaism. If indeed Jesus Christ Prophet Isa Salam is the adherents of Judaism, then why are Christian princes and the Christians instead becoming a Christian? And imagine what kind of God needs religion? What kind of idiot are you?
No answer. Zero answer.
That's called stupendous stupidity.
Thank you very much.
Moreover, if there is such a thing as the Jewish religion or Judaism, which later gave birth Christianity on the basis of reform and revolution by Jesus Christ Prophet Isa salam, then it means that Adam Prophet Adam salam, Noah Prophet Nuh salam, Abraham Prophet Ibrahim salam, Isaac Prophet Ishaq salam, and Israel Jacob Prophet Yaqub salam will be go to hell because they lived hundreds or even thousands of years before the existence of Judaism and Christianity. Don't forget also that Judaism or the Jewish religion was considered passed down by Judah, who is the son of Israel, Jacob, Prophet Yaqub salam. Just think about that, whether Judah himself was the adherents of the Jewish religion or Judaism. The answer is rubbish. Okay, now let us look at the Bible. There is it true that only the Jews alone are circumcised like Christian Prince said or not? Please make tea, coffee or milk and grab a snack because this will be quite a long discussion. Then those of you who worship and deify these Christian princes, please measure your blood pressure because I don't want your arteries burst suddenly. Okay, get ready to take a breath to laugh at Christian Prince the liar. This is Old Testament, book of Genesis, chapter number 17, verse number 12. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you. Notice the word he there. He means male. Every man child in your generations, he that born in the house, or bought with money of any stranger which is not of thy seed. This is in Hebrew language. This is in English language. This is the Indonesian language translation. This verse was revealed to Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, so that he and all of his descendants and even foreigners to do circumcision. So including Ismail, Prophet Ismail salam, Isaac, Prophet Ishaq salam, Israel, Jacob, Prophet Yaqub salam, and all of their descendants were also circumcised. Don't forget that Judah, who is the ancestor of the Jewish people, is the son of Israel or Jacob, Prophet Yaqub salam. As for Isaac, Prophet Ishaq salam was Judah's grandfather, while Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam was Judah's great-grandfather. Thus, circumcision doesn't only apply to the Jews alone like what the Dajjal Christian Prince, the Antichrist, said. What's wrong with you, Christian Prince, the Dajjal, the Antichrist?
Thank you very much.
The correct statement is that circumcision starts since the time of Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam. That's why Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa salam, who was among the descendants of Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, was also circumcised, not because Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa salam, was a Jew. It would be a big mistake if we accept what Christian Prince said that only the Jews who do circumcision, because it means that Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, is among the Jews who embrace Judaism. How can Judaism or the Jewish religion already exist when Judah, who became the ancestor of the Jews alone, will only be born hundreds of years later? This is no difference when you say, my house has 3 floors, but it doesn't have a first floor.
What the hell?
Okay. Suppose Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, and all of his descendants were the Jews. Nauzubillah. So why don't Christian Prince and the Christians just embrace Judaism?
No answer. Zero answer.
If indeed Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam was a Jew, then it means that Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa salam, had apostatized from Judaism, had apostatized from the Jewish religion, and eventually founded a new sect called Christianity. So if you consider that Christianity is the repair version of Judaism, then as I said earlier, that it means that Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, Isaac, Prophet Ishaq salam, Israel, Jacob, Prophet Yaqub salam, and all of their descendants will go to hell because in their time there is no Christianity. Let alone Christianity, even Judaism alone doesn't exist yet. That's just Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, and all of his descendants. Then what will happen to the earliest peoples like Adam, Prophet Adam alayhi salam, Noah, Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, and the other people who already existed before Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam? Is it possible that Adam, Prophet Adam alayhi salam, and these people will go to hell just because they are not the adherents of Judaism? Just because they are not the adherents of the Jewish religion? Just because they are not a Christian? Just because they are not a follower of Christianity? Just because Judaism and Christianity didn't exist yet? That's why I am explaining to you the genealogies of the prophets and messengers, because so that we can see clearly the deceptions of this Christian princess Dajjal. He talked too much, but everything he said just created polemics for himself. What's even worse are Christian Prince worshippers and loyal followers who always believe what he says without ever being checked first. Then Christian Prince asked the Muslim a question that, is Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was circumcised or not? Okay. If you ask most of the Muslims, even they who called as the scholars, then majority of them will give you the answer by quoting Surah An-Nahl chapter number 16, verse number 123, including the Muslims who debate with Christian Prince also quote this verse. ثُمَّ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْكَ, then we reveal to you, O Muhammad, أَنِتَّبِئْ مِلَّةَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ حَنِيفًا, that follow the religion of Ibrahim, that follow the religion of Abraham. A Hanif, straight, وَمَا كَانَ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ, and he is not among the polytheists. To be honest, even though I'm a Muslim, but this Surah An-Nahl chapter number 16 verse number 123 doesn't explain that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was circumcised, right? Where does in that verse it says that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was circumcised? That's why Christian Prince said that he would give the Muslim 10,000 years so that he could show the evidence from both the Quran and the Hadith or the Sunnah which clearly states that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was circumcised. There are so many Christians who laugh at the Muslims because of this problem. Even I know one Muslim where he complained to me that because of this theme, he almost got into a fight with his Christian friend because this Christian said that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ wasn't circumcised, while this his Muslim friend earlier, he is circumcised. I tell you what, if I can show you the proof that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was circumcised, then I ask to my Muslim brothers and sisters for help to immediately send the donations because it seems that our Christian brothers and sisters, including Christian Prince, are ready to be circumcised immediately. Is it fair? To be honest, I can afford to finance for all of them. If Christian Prince wants it, I'll be the volunteer to circumcise him. If it me, it's free cost, but I don't know what it will look like and whether Christian Prince's own will still be left even a little or not.
What the heck?
But one thing for sure, I will try to circumcise and engrave Christian Prince's own in the best form ever seen.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Christian Prince claimed himself as the most knowledgeable person about the religion of Islam, and he also frequently quotes the Hadith, especially the main books of Hadith. If so, how about we open the most authentic book of Hadith, Sahih Bukhari? Don't worry, because the reference about the circumcision of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was mentioned at the beginning part. Look at Sahih Bukhari, book number 1, chapter number 1, hadith number 6 or hadith number 7 in the version often used by Christian Prince, which is sunnah.com. From Abdullah bin Abbas bin Abdul Muttalib radhiyallahu anhuma, Ibn Nazur, a ruler of the city of Ilya and the bishop of Christianity, said that one day Heraclius was very nervous when he visited the city of Ilya. Some of Heraclius' war commanders said, "Indeed, we deny your situation." Ibn Nazur said, Heraclius was an astrologer who always watched the travels of the stars and he once spoke to the priests. Heraclius said, "One night I saw that the king of circumcision has been born. Which of these people who is circumcised?" The priest said, "Only the Jews are circumcised. You do not have to worry about those Jews. Order all the lands in your kingdom to kill the Jews who are in the land." At the time, an envoy of the king of Bani Ghassan was brought before Heraclius to tell him about Rasulullah Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. After that person finished telling the story, Heraclius ordered that he be examined whether he was circumcised or not. After being examined, it turns out that the person had been circumcised. Then he told Heraclius. Heraclius said, "Are other Arabs also circumcised or not?" The person said, "All Arabs are circumcised." Heraclius said, "There is the king of the people. In fact, he was born." Okay, let us show it directly from the site sunnah.com, which Christian Prince always use to against the Muslims, so he doesn't accuse us of doing a deception like he always do. Now you first go to the Google, then type sunnah.com. Then look for Sahih Bukhari. After that, open the first book, the book of Revelation, and look for the hadith. Is it clear? Okay, you've seen it for yourself. So this quite long hadith tells about the story of Heraclius, the Eastern Roman Emperor or Byzantine Emperor who lived during the time with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam once sent a letter to invite Heraclius to embrace the religion of Islam. Once, one of the companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam named Abu Sufyan radhiyallahu anhu, who at that time had not yet converted to the religion of Islam, was called by Heraclius because Abu Sufyan radhiyallahu anhu was a trader who was trading in Sham. Sham is now Jordan, Palestine, Syria, Lebanon. Then Heraclius asked about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Abu Sufyan radhiyallahu anhu. You should be noted this, that Heraclius was a Christian, which is same as Christian Prince and the Christians. The only difference is Heraclius was a great king with big power, unlike Christian Prince and the Christians, just a big mouth. Finally, one day Heraclius saw the stars, and he discussed with his priest that he saw the king of the people had been born. It means that the king of the people is not from among the Christians, because the Christians even immediately run before meeting the person who circumcises.
What the heck?
So Heraclius asked his priest that which of these people was circumcised. You see how the priest responded? They say that only the Jews are circumcised. So this priest asked Heraclius to kill all the Jews. That's the teaching of love that the Christians are proud of. Besides that, because the Christians didn't want to be led by the Jews. Remember, Heraclius is talking about the king of the people. It's the same actually. The Jews even more didn't want to be led by the Christians who had apostatized from their religion. You certainly haven't forgotten about the origins of Judaism and Christianity, which we have discussed at the beginning of this second session. At that time, Heraclius believed that only the Jews alone were circumcised, until one day an envoy from Bani Ghassan kingdom came who was in the Arabian Peninsula. Because previously Heraclius had asked about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Abu Sufyan radhiyallahu anhu, who is also an Arabian, so it coincidence that an envoy from Bani Ghassan from Arabia came to Heraclius. So once again, Heraclius tried to find out, and in order to convince himself who is the king of the people, which did he see when he watched the travel of the stars. Then Heraclius ordered his men to check whether the envoy from Bani Ghassan was circumcised or not, and it turns out that he was circumcised. Remember, the envoy from Bani Ghassan is an Arabian, because the kingdom of Bani Ghassan is in the Arabian Peninsula. Finally, Heraclius asked to the envoy from Bani Ghassan, are all the Arabs also circumcised or just some people? Then the envoy from Bani Ghassan replied that all Arabs are circumcised. All Arabs are doing the khitan. Don't pretend to forget that the person who Heraclius is talking about is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even Heraclius, who embraced Christianity, called Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as the king of the people. Are there among the Christians today who are greater than Emperor Heraclius? Even just being a chief of an village or head of an agency alone is very good for the Christians. But this, as we are talking about, is something different, you know? The King of Kings, the Emperor. Okay, this is a question for Christian Prince and the Christians around the world. Was Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is an Arabian, Chinese, Korean, African, Russian, or even Indonesian?
No answer. Zero answer.
I will give you 1 billion years to answer.
I will give you 10,000 years to show me the reference.
If you are an honest Christian, you all know that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was an Arabian who was born in the city of Mecca and died in the city of Medina, which also in Arabia. It means that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was also circumcised. The only uncircumcised Arabian is Christian Prince, the Dajjal, the Antichrist, the big liar. Now, I want all of you to pay attention to this. Open Old Testament, book of Genesis, chapter number 17, verse number 24. And Abraham was 90 years old and 9 when he was circumcised. This is in the Hebrew language. This is the English version. This is for the Indonesian language. So the age of Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, when he was circumcised, according to the scripture of the Jews and the Christians, was 99 years old. Then look at Old Testament, book of Genesis, chapter number 17, verse number 25. And Ismael, his son, Abraham's son, was 13 years old when he was circumcised. This is in the Hebrew language. This is the English language translation. And this is for the Indonesian language. So Ismail, Prophet Ismail alaihi salam, was circumcised at the age of 13 years old. Then this is Old Testament, book of Genesis, chapter number 17, verse number 12 that we've discussed earlier. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations, he that is born in the house or bought with money of a stranger which is not of thy seed. It's very clear that the verse states that all descendants and followers of Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, were circumcised when they at least were still babies which 8 days old. So if the Christians don't want to claim to be the part of the descendants of Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, even though they may have gone through interracial marriages, then it means that the Christians are claiming to be the children and the grandchildren of the alien.
What the heck?
But if you, the Christians, claim are the descendants of Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, then why don't you want to be circumcised?
No answer. Zero answer.
You die, man. Even Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa salam alone, was also circumcised on the 8th day after he was born. Look at New Testament, Gospel of Luke, chapter number 2, verse number 21 earlier. And when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcising of the child, his name was called Jesus. It's all very clear that because Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa salam, is a descendant of Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, through the path of Isaac, Prophet Isaac salam, who sent down Israel or Jacob, Prophet Yaqub salam. And Israel, Jacob, Prophet Yaqub salam, has a child named Judah. So if what mean in Surah An-Nahl chapter number 16 verse number 123 is to follow the teachings of Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam, one of which is circumcision, then it means that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with the Muslims and even Jesus Christ, Prophet salam himself are the true followers of Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim salam. For you, the Christians who are not circumcised, are you more honorable than the prophets and Jesus Christ, Prophet salam who are circumcised? The only reason why the Christians are reluctant to be circumcised is because they quoting New Testament Epistle of Galatians chapter number 5 verse number 2. Please stop all your activities. Please notice this greatest apostle, Apostle Paul, who won't tell you something useful for your life. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you, that if ye be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. This is in the Greek language. This is the English version. And this is the Indonesian language. If ye be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. While the Christ Al-Masih Mashiach, Isa, Jesus, Yeshua himself are circumcised. What's wrong with you, Paul? Why you don't use your brain? Why are you, the Christians, more obedient to Paul than to Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam? Then why do you still call yourself as a Christian? Christian means the followers of the Christ. So you uncircumcised Christians should call yourself as Paulistan, or the followers of Paul. Try to find in the New Testament when Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam, was born. Where did he say that you, the Christians, must abolish circumcision?
No answer. Zero answer.
Even Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam himself didn't have authority to abolish the laws of circumcision which mentioned by the Old Testament earlier. Look at New Testament, Gospel of Matthew, chapter number 5, verses number 17 to 19. Think not that I am come to destroy the law, destroy the Torah, or the prophets, or the law of the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men, so he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. This is in the Greek language. This is the English version. And this is the Indonesian language. It's very clear that even until the day of judgment, the law of circumcision will never change. Never mind that even Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam himself was also circumcised because he said that this law will never change. If Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam alone was circumcised, then why you not? What happened to your brain? So for my Muslim brothers and sisters, please donate immediately so that our Christian brothers and sisters can be circumcised immediately. Enough 5,000 rupiahs or less than $100 for each person. The proof that the law of circumcision has never been abolished is that because Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam himself also did it, and even Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam never said that circumcision is no longer valid. Even if Paul, the Pope in Vatican, and Christian Prince say it, but the fact is that the law of circumcision has never changed and will never change. How disobedient you, the Christians, to Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam, your God. There are so many stupid analyses from among the Christians where they find excuses by saying various things about circumcision. For example, circumcision will not actually be able to satisfy sexual desires and can even cause venereal disease. The people who say such a thing, actually their brains must be circumcised too.
What the heck?
Because imagine that the prophets alone had tons of children. For example, Israel or Jacob, Prophet Yaqub a.s. It means that there is no relationship between sexual dysfunction and circumcision. Besides that, if circumcision does cause venereal disease, then try to prove whether even Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam, the God of Christian princes and the Christians, who was also circumcised, had venereal disease?
No answer. Zero answer.
How presumptuous are you, the Christians? As for Christian Prince circumcision, I can help. The important thing is that Christian Prince is ready to wear slip cover for the rest of his life, because I don't know that the circumcision experiment will work 100% or not.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Christian Prince, I don't have social media. Or I might try to make it especially for you later, but now I use WhatsApp only. So the phone numbers that can be contacted if Christian Prince wants to be taken to the nearest hospital for circumcision can be found in the video comment section. If necessary, I will fly myself to Arabia or America, even if Christian Prince was on the planet Neptune. The important thing is that he wants to be circumcised. Abraham, Prophet Ibrahim a.s. alone was circumcised at the age of 99 years old, even though it was very old, but he dared to do it. Ismail, Prophet Ismail a.s. alone was circumcised at the age of 13 years old, still very young, but his gods are extraordinary. Even Jesus Christ, Prophet Islam a.s. was circumcised as a baby on the 8 days old. Come on, Christian Prince. If you are afraid of being circumcised, then why you the Christians dare to against the commands of your God? Hellfire is far more terrible than circumcision. So why don't you just get circumcision and also declare the Shahada? That's the result. Christian Prince talks too much about the religion of Islam as if no one can close his big mouth which full of junk. This Christian Princess has always said that we the Muslims are certified liars with no shame.
You are a liar. You are a certified liar with no shame. Shame on you. But they have no shame.
Now seen clearly who was a fraud without any pride, but he considered himself very valuable. His name is Christian Prince. Even on his ID card, driver's license, diploma, and birth certificate, it was written, the fraudster, the liar, the deceiver, the Dajjal, the Antichrist. This is no different when Christian Prince tells us the Muslims by saying that our faces are full of dirt, but it turns out that Christian Prince's face is the dirt itself. Even the dirt alone is shy and doesn't want to be compared with Christian Prince. This Christian Princess talked that he had overthrown the religion of Islam by attacking the Quran and the Hadith. Unfortunately, Alhamdulillah, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we were able to answer it and actually turn things around by pointing out a similar theme through the Bible. In fact, what Christian Prince said to attack the religion of Islam actually only embarrassing himself, his followers, and even his Christianity itself. Whatever he says to try to corner the religion of Islam, then there is the topic that we will use to defend the religion of Islam, and with that theme, we will also prove that Christianity is not a religion. So, for my Christian brothers and sisters, just leave Christianity, the Bible, and Christian Prince who are uncircumcised because they are openly just deceiving and fooling you on and on. To my Christian brothers and sisters, is this your hero? The one who are you proud of? The one who you think is defending your religion? Christian Princess? The one who has insulting Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam? The one who has embarrassing the Lord of Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam? The one who actually humiliating your religion? The one who always against your Bible? Never mind that, even your own Bible only mocks Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam and the Lord of Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam. If you're still in your religion, then it means that you are a worshipper and follower of Christian Prince, not a follower of Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam. If you are still a Christian, which means that you still want to insult Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam, then stay tuned for our other videos. Inshallah, we will present the evidences from the Bible, which shows clearly that Christianity is only degrading Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam. We Muslims really care and love you. Honestly, we can stand to see you continue to be deceived by false doctrine and fake dogma. If we don't present the evidences for the absurdity of Christianity, then it means that we are inhuman. It's the same when you say, let us drink the poison, it tastes good, while we just keep quiet letting you drink the poison. As human with a conscience, of course we care about your safety. We will definitely prevent you from drinking poison, especially if you are in a belief there is not a religion that comes from God. It's much worse than drinking poison. You can see for yourself how Christianity is after our discussion, because our job is only to convey the truth while the absolute choice is in your own hands. It's also the same when we prevent you from drinking poison and then we say it will kill you. The decision is yours and it's up to you. You will keep drinking the poison or throw it away. So it's same with religion. We Muslims are only obliged to preach the religion of Islam, but you are the ones who decide, because even majority country in the world guarantees the right of every person to freely choose their religion. You've all seen who is the master of fraud. His name is Christian Princess. He thought he had defending Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam all out, but in fact, his words were only a boomerang for himself and actually only embarrassing his religion. His followers will definitely look like the foolish among the most foolish for wanting to believe Christian Prince. So there are still the Christians who want to follow Christian Prince even if shot against Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam. This is just unwise advice. Being a fool is a choice, but don't want to continue to be fooled and don't want to remain in foolishness. You have seen for yourself that I have even included the original language of the Old Testament, which is Hebrew language, and the original language of the New Testament, which is Greek language. So you can say that I am lying, as Christian Prince and Christianity have cheated you all along. So Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the universe, and the Lord of Jesus Christ Prophet Isa alaihi salam, because it's by his help that we have answered a great liar named Christian Prince. We close by quoting the Holy and the Glorious Quran in Surah Al-Isra, chapter number 17, verse number 81. وَقُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقِّ, and say the truth has come, وَزَهَقَ الْبَاطِلِ, and the ignorance has disappeared. إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. Verily that the ignorance is something that will definitely disappear. In Surah Sabah, chapter number 34, verse number 49. Qul ja'al haq, say the truth has come, wa ma yubri'ul batilu, and the ignorance will not begin, wa ma yu'id, and will not be repeated. After all we've said, be sure that Christian Prince will hide himself even more. He will more scared to show his face and presence. All of this was not because he was afraid of threats from those who hate him, but because he couldn't bear the shame and scorn from those who had converted from the religion of Islam to Christianity after they found out that this Christian princess is just a greatest liar, fraud, and deceiver of our time. So if Christian Prince has stopped uploading videos on YouTube, then it means that he is probably gone to the circumcisionist. When his own was cut, maybe he was deliberately cutting his arteries to make it look like he was murdered, but in fact he committed suicide because he felt so embarrassed. So for those of you who are anti-Islam and who really hate the religion of Islam like Christian Prince, remember that more aggressively you do propaganda, then inshallah we will make your propaganda as a counterattack for you. The louder you blaspheme the religion of Islam, then more vocal we will show the absurdity of your ideology. Whatever you say and in whatever way you want to convey it, inshallah the religion of Islam will always bring you to your knees until you are seen as humiliating like the fools, because that is the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Tawbah chapter number 9 verse number 33, Surah Al-Fat chapter number 48 verse number 28, and Surah As-Saff chapter number 61 verse number 9. Huwallazi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqqi liyuzhirahu ala dini kulli. It is He, Allah, who has sent His messenger by bringing the Quran as guidance and Islam as the true religion to gain victory over all religions. For my brothers and sisters who have an advantage in translating and have free time, please contact us via WhatsApp if you want to translate this video into various languages so that more people will be saved from the fallacy of Christianity and that their eyes will be open to accept the only true religion, that is Islam. Hopefully, this video can also reach the people who has apostatized and have now become a Christian. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give reward and guide all of us, also goodness in this world and in the hereafter. Amin ya Rabbal Alameen. If you are a Christian or the other non-Muslim who wants to embrace the religion of Islam and need guidance for the Shahada, please contact us. Or if you are an apostate person, have returned from the nonsense and want to return to become a smart Muslim, then please call us at our number. All truth comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of Jesus Christ, Prophet Isa al-Masih and the Lord of the universe. If there is any mistake, it's all purely from me. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Come on Christians, live Christianity. I have converted to Islam. Why you not yet? La ilaha illallah Muhammadar Rasulullah.
Let's go, Christians. Come out from Christianity. I have convert to Islam. Why you not yet? There is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah.
هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. لا يستوي القاعدون من المؤمنين غير أولي الضرر والمجاهدون في سبيل الله بأموالهم وأنفسهم
فضل الله المجاهدين بأموالهم وأنفسهم على القاعدين درجة وكلا وعد الله الحسنى وفضل الله المجاهدين على القاعدين أجرا عظيما انفروا خفاة وثقالا وجاهدوا بأموالكم وأنفسكم في سبيل الله ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من سن في الإسلام سنة حسنة فله أجرها وأجر من عمل بها بعده من غير أن ينقص من أجورهم شيء ومن سن في الإسلام سنة سيئة كان عليه وزرها ووزر من عمل بها من بعده من غير أن ينقص من أزوارهم شيء. مثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله كمثل حبة أنبتت 7 سنابل في كل سنبلة 100 حبة والله يضاعف لمن يشاء والله واسع عليم. الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله ثم لا يتبعون ما أنفقوا منا ولا أذى لهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. لن تنالوا البر حتى تنفقوا مما تحبون وما تنفقوا من شيء فإن الله به عليم. عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من جهز غازيا في سبيل الله فقد غزا